Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
34 yards there and a first down. Well, the Raiders last year, they were 25th in the league in rushing, and a good reason why they used one of their 3 first-round picks on Jacobs for runs like we just saw. Jacobs was the first running back taken in this year's draft, 24th overall. That was actually the pick that was originally acquired from the Chicago Bears in that Khalil Mack trade. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 25-yard line. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3.
Here we go. Check it out. Or twist, left twist. Get down. Slam.
Here's Carr to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Huh? Yeah.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Listen. Hey, we're good.
To throw is Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I'm coming. Leave it. Bring up 48. First.
Throwing on second and 8. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Gun. Get him. You got him. Hey, receiver. 54. Line out. Check. Watch 54. Watch that.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Maurice Hurst, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
24 is the mic. Hey, I'm coming. 50. Switch. Gun.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And an alley to run. A sizable gain there of 9 yards, but it's still 3rd and long.
Gun.
On play action, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
61, max box.
Running for it, here's Cook. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And the stop will come.
If you get 5, they'll really be happy.
On 2nd and goal, Cook. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability, as we saw on that drive.
I think.
So. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive. Return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot the other way.
And to give this time to the tailback. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the ball at a 1-yard gain on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now Carr. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plays. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They go play action. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first.
Reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Cousins. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
All day, dog.
From the 36, Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the ground, Cook. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, foxtrot. 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. And watch that. And watch the ball.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Hey, team 6.
After the sack on first down, Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys
I was back there too. I overplayed the ball.
Vikings have taken the lead.
That should have been a pick.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
I should be up 21-7. I'm down by 7. 7-14. That's crazy.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age. Right?
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the twist. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Show it up. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
29. Hey, I 7.
On 1st down, Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Listen to me.
Play fake. Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 bucks.
Play action now. Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, exit.
Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey. 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Raiders have got him. Carl Nassib in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Completes it to Jason Witten. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And that would cover
with these jet sweeps,
their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
When do you decide to... I'm not trying to steal your thing, but I'm playing against this guy, and I did a sweep. And I think it was good. Damn,
that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. He's at the 50.
And I did it, and I didn't, like, he got me for like a 3-yard loss. You know what I mean?
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there.
Well, I did it because I was like within the 5-yard line.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 21-14.
Well,
so they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6.
But
and now the
thing
kick is away.
When he lines up, it looked like a...
This is fielded a couple yards
5-2.
deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, when I had started looking, and when I started looking,
this drive started,
after the play was called,
following the pick 6,
it looked like a
decent field position. And throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions.
He stays in the try.
And they'll probably help him a little bit.
No, you know what? It is a 5-2 because he stays in the try. Sky zone. Try sky zone. I think that is 5-2.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, he's running a 5-2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
And that's all he's running, the trios. And now that I paid attention
Carr and
to
the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected.
Oh, come on,
Instead,
man.
It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Hey, wahoo!
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That one lead with
once again, it's Jacobs. And tough
this dude staying in the fire too, man. I barely realized what he was doing until I started to tell the top of the first.
Following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. throwing his car on 3rd down. Complete to Jason Witten. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Mariota.
The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003.
17-21.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now it's the backup Mariota. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. The Vikings after him, and they get there.
But I don't have no. This is a different playbook.
On 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
This is a different playbook, right? So I do not have like reads like options.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. 3rd and goal. Mariota. Yeah, that's going to be caught for
so put Mariota in. Started. Yeah,
his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
2 minutes and 48 seconds.
And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
But, like, it's crazy, bro. I thought, isn't it in the rules? No,
and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Something like that. And he stayed. I mean, I got it. I mean, I'm streaming it, but I thought he was staying in the 3-4 for a while. Now it's like, Perk, you know what? He's staying in the 3-4. It looks like it's a 5-2. Dude, Perk said maybe it is a 5-2.
Just fielded a few yards.
I started looking. That's like it's the trick. Yeah, it is. Because he started. I saw the trio
26-yard line
sky
across
zone.
the 25.
So I was like, ah. So that's what it is. That's what he's doing. But every time he on offense, I stayed. I could go in the quarter.
It's about ready to get this next drive underway.
And
last time
my
they shoot it was out here,
is getting to him left and right.
And then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
No, it's not the Zero League. It's another league.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
It's Bled, the one that Bled Blue or whatever his name is.
Throwing his Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Protein spill. Gun. Hey, can't.
On play action, Cousins.
Got him.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 30-yard
Man, I have like 200-something yard rushing on him.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math.
But because I thought they said don't run like for 600 yards.
I didn't worry about double-checking it, but the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
I don't want him to sit there and think I'm trying to. I don't care if he's spamming. I just don't want them to think I'm
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
This is a totally different.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
It's about running.
Give it here to his running
To
back.
be honest with you.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 14-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Bowden.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Carr to throw. This will be caught at about the 6.
Touchdown.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the force fumble.
I thought he was going to pick his side and hurry up and get on him so I could press down to get to the ball first. You know what I mean?
Extra point right down the middle.
So when I did that, I pressed triangle because I thought he was going to. No, I pressed R1 first, thinking that he might strip the ball. Then hit triangle and got in. Man. See, that's why I tell y'all sometimes I just don't pay attention to the game until I realize, you know, why is it so hard for me to do this or do that? And once I start, like, hey, what's this and what's that, it always, but sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's too late. That's why I need to start paying attention a lot more. Like earlier. Man, but, you know, one dude that I really like, I'm going to put him in now, Muse.
Here the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have him like close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process.
They got him like a beast on there.
Get ahead of themselves.
Ooh, he's hurt.
They know that they need to score.
Cook.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, Delta. Watch the boot, watch the boot. Run out.
Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
So everybody likes that one where they go to the sideline.
Here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
You know how there's that they got that what is it called? You know how you got
the football there and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, you know how you got to go deep. You send everybody deep, and then on that one play they have it where
they'll make the circus catches, but they make them
they have it where you're able to hit the sideline.
39 on 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, 382, let's 50. 5. Strip that ball. 24 shots.
Cousins. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd, and that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Two. Black. Hey, Charlie. Gun. I got motion.
Now Cousins on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw.
Got him.
This is intercepted, and that should do it.
Got my way.
With a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll run on first down. Richard. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr going to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Got him.
There he goes.
Last play of the game. Touchdown.
And all the way in. Touchdown.
That's crazy.
Big play there.
He was in the
With his
6-2.
second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Raiders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
No, I had 200. I had 100 and something yard rushing, close to 200. That what? Yeah. All right.
100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one.
Yeah, I take a fruit.
Made a meal today and they my last one.
I take an apple. That what? So I had 194 rushing and I had 256 yard passing, but the 256 yard passing didn't come into like the fourth, where I ended up putting up 24 points.
I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock.